Welcome to Kennesaw, Georgia, in the greater Atlanta area and home to the Owls of Kennesaw State, where these fans have been eagerly anticipating this one all week. And this is the kind of game college football fans love, because they don't have to wait for the weekend for this Conference USA showdown. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So Middle Tennessee's offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
He lost 2 yards.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. Quarterback gets the first down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Drag down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. You'll call for the fair catch here. So the Kennesaw State Owls offense will take the field for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to the...
Just plowing ahead. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. The give to the back. Creating good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6 yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
That didn't bust for a long, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one in there at the 35. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
He'll throw on third down. The throw. He makes a grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. I'm not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all his ability on that TD.
About to kick it off after punching it in for a touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Middle Tennessee.
I mean, they were close.
They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. New set of downs after that completion. The give to the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. 3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
That was just good defense.
Second time today they've been forced to punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They'll run this play from the pistol. Leaves it with the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
And with that, the change
Good,
is first down, Kennesaw State.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. He's loose. Delivers the contact. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. They go to the ground. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The running back has it. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He wants it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss it, find the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Kansas State was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in the Little Apple. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been those K-State fans who will enjoy this win. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football.
Hello.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll leave it with him. That hole closed quickly. A pickup of 1 to the 15. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Wisely avoiding the big hit with the slide. And here comes the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll bring it back. It's Romero. And the punt team able to
go for round.
Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already giving up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop, create some momentum for your offense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that ball is picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Will wonders never cease if you're a defensive guy? They call PI on the offense this time. First down here for the offense. Gonna run it. It's Rice. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He gets a block. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, obviously, in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole, and you just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He rifles one deep down the right side.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Makes the catch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Buying some time. He'll pull it down. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to it. Finds his man. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Let's Let's see what they've got on
30
second down.
seconds, 32 yards.
He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught close to the marker, it's Rice. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Got the back over the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. It's good. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Trying to find his man on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Kennesaw.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we are just about ready to go in the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. And now on third down after that last run. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This offense did a lot of good things there in the first half. It wouldn't surprise me if they punt this one away after that incompletion on third down. They do have the lead. I think you've got to put some trust in your defense here to not give up any points and get you the ball back.
We're struggling.
The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of the comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. It's complete to the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Man, you hate that if you're on defense. Third and long, you've got everybody covered downfield, and you let the running back pick it up on a check down throw. You've got to be way better tackling in that situation. That is a blown opportunity for this defense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Well, if you're going to be checked down, Charlie, you get the completion percentage up, but you don't get the first down, and the punt unit comes on the field. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Might as well give it to him again. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally and handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles.
Just steamrolling the defense. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
On offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into 2nd level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
I don't know where he came from.
3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. And he's brought down after a nice game. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline saying, give me the ball, I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. He comes through big time.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And with that, the chain gang will get busy. First down, Kennesaw State.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Owls! They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Reads it, fires complete. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gets it out fast. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He wants to throw it again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. And here comes the offense on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The sweet feet keeping the play alive.
A sack.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got it set up on the outside.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
Flushed out of the pocket. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore. Right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31. We'll see if they go back to the run here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Holds it in.
No way that was.
Down after a nice gain.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give as they work on that clock. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And the route is on.
It's over.
With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Cal handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams.
And that pass intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chunking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. I remember beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. Well, this one had